Marriage is not as scary as people put it. As a matter of fact, the problem with most young ladies is their expectations. One of the reasons you're unhappy in your marriage is because you expect much from your husband, or you expect more, as the case may be. I've said this before. Let me say it again. There's what I call recreational budget, and there's what I call operational budget. Most of the time, the man that is coming to marry you, the man that you are dating, is operating on recreational budget. He has no, in fact, they hardly make reservations for operational budget. In fact, operational budget is quite different from recreational budget. He's trying to impress. He's trying to convince you that he's the best available option for you. And then you expect him to do more simply because he's married to you, or because he has put a ring on your finger. It doesn't work that way. If you can cut down your expectation or lower your expectation, believe you me, you will have a happy home. Most of the problems, I was opportune to actually counsel a particular woman. I don't know her name, I can't remember her name, but I spoke to her and she was complaining bitterly of how her husband, that she's only 22. She said all sorts of things. Funny enough, she told me she has attended so many marriage seminars and counseling and all that. Within the first few minutes of our conversation, I could already see where the problem is coming from. Her expectations. It was too much. I tried to let her understand that an average traditional African man is new to romance. Is new to a lot of things. They are not familiar with it. See, all these things you are seeing in the movie is new to us. An average African man marries for value, not for love. They don't marry because of love and romance. They marry simply because of your core value. And then you expect him to be super romantic. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it is wrong for a man to relearn, unlearn, and even learn new things, because we all should be open to change. But at the same time, you should understand that in the Western world, it's okay for men to cry. It's quite okay. But in this part of the world, it's not okay for us to cry. For men to cry. If you are crying, or if you are seeing cry, you are perceived as a weak man, or you are seen as a weak man. What's my point? My point is that you need to understand that you have to cut down your expectation. Most of these things are new to us. We are not used to it. It has never been part of us. We are trying to unlearn, or even relearn, or even learn those new ones. So cut down your expectation as a woman. During my course of counseling this woman, she said something that is remarkable. She said her husband is not teachable. That each time she tries to teach him something, or brings a particular video for them to watch together, maybe for him to learn some certain thing, that the husband will be like, take this thing away from me. I don't want to listen and all that. What did I observe from that statement, or from what she's saying? I got to understand that the man has shut down on her. May you never get to that point that your partner shuts down on you, because that will be the worst thing that you can do to yourself in your marriage. Either as the cause of you excessively nagging, or with high expectation and trying to... See, men don't like controlling women. That's the honest fact. Men don't like controlling women. If men should... I told you that men are egotistical by nature, or by default. If a man perceives that you are trying to tell him what to do, trying to guide... See, we've had enough from our mother. That's the honest fact. Oh God. We've had enough from our... We don't need another mother. What we want is a wife that will listen to us. That if you have to suggest something, suggest it amicably. Oh God, I don't know. Let me not bore you guys with long talks. But my point is that in solving complex equations, the simplest solution is often the most correct. And that is what most of you fail to realize. And that is why you are having problems in your marriages. Cut down your expectation. Things will move properly or accordingly. I am just saying. Have a nice time. And don't forget to follow for more.